Alright, so last week my voice recorder broke on me, and I had to postpone my reviews for last week's DVDs. Since I already talked about Where the Wild Things Are and Up in the Air on my top 10 of 2009 list, I'm just going to review the 3 other DVDs from last week and the 1 other DVD release from this week. First, from last week, 2012, or 2012, whichever. This movie is really, really stupid, and anybody that goes into it should know it already. I mean, even the director knows it. He purposely puts lines like, "I know it's implausible," in the movie. It's more than implausible, it's nearly brain dead. I think the best thing I can say about the movie is that the cast is actually really good. But they don't have much to work with. The visuals are impressive, but they kind of get defeated by having the same exact sequence of a plane flying through falling debris 3 times in a row. There are way too many characters that really don't do anything in the overlong mess of the movie. Characters are killed off to add drama, but it's as easy as a slasher movie to pick out who will die and who won't. Oh, and leave it to Emmerich to have such a happy ending to a movie where the world is supposed to end. Ignore this one. Also from last week is Ponyo. This is a fun movie, but not a particularly great one. It's a bit too childish, especially for a Hayao Miyazaki movie. Now, I've always thought his movies were sorely lacking in narrative meat already, but his themes and visuals always impressed me. Here he kind of abandons any mature themes and really only focuses on something he's already made quite a few films about, conservation of nature. After that, it's just all cuteness and color. It's fun and entertaining, but ultimately empty. It's great for young kids, and I mean young as in like pre-kindergarten to 2nd grade, and mostly girls. And adults won't hate it, but it's a children's movie through and through, and it doesn't attempt much more than that. Gentlemen Broncos also came out last week. Boy, oh boy. This movie is so crass, so poorly written, and so purposely annoying that I think Jared Hess is trying to make everybody who watches it uncomfortable. It's not unique, just mind-numbingly stupid. The characters are either cardboard or quirky to the point of nausea. I was laughing at how awful this movie was. Unfortunately, it has this weird oddball charm to it. Through the truly terrible film, I can't help but think those dreaded 4 words, "So bad it's good." I doubt I'll ever watch this movie again, but certain scenes do stick out in my mind. But it's few and far between, and I really don't think you should bother with it. And now, the one major release from this week, Precious. Post-Oscars, I have to say one thing. This didn't deserve the Best Adapted Screenplay Oscar. The script is actually startlingly subpar. The tone is all over the place. Sometimes I was laughing when I knew I shouldn't be, but some of the dialogue just demands it. Scenes that are supposed to be taken seriously sometimes don't work because of poor choice of music or bad camera angles that make it seem like it's being played for laughs. I'm not knocking the film for trying, but this was really not executed well in presentation or on paper. It goes for too much heartstring pulling. Having the abuse and rape issue is fine, and Precious' struggle to get an education works too, but having AIDS and homosexuality thrown in there to varying degrees just adds too much. By the end of the movie, I just started feeling numb to all the pain because the movie doesn't know that subtlety can often work in films like this. In the end, the one thing that lifts the movie up from subpar to average is the performances. All the actors do a very good job, and I was especially surprised at how good Mariah Carey was, sans makeup and with a fake accent. She actually seemed genuine. The movie is tailor-made for a rental, in my opinion, and undeserving of all its acclaim, but it's not terrible. It's quite good at times whenever it actually takes time to be subtle, and when it stays on track with the main story and main themes. It's just really flawed. Alright, there are a bunch of movies coming out next week, like 5 or 6, that I'm going to be able to review. And I'll have my theatrical reviews for Alice in Wonderland and Hot Tub Time Machine, which I got to see an advanced screening of, by Saturday night. Great Bob Ross, over and out.